What is up, guys? Hope you're having a blessed day. So we finished last video here, now we're back. So that's kind of crazy that I said we hadn't filmed any here, but now we're going for two. So got a package in from Summit Racing. Like I told you guys, we're gonna CC the cylinder heads, so that's what we're about to do. Probably gonna take two measurements from each cylinder head and then kind of average those four measurements up. So two from this one and two from the other head. And then that'll give us the measurement we need to calculate our static compression, and then we'll get the gaskets in. Alright, so we got some alcohol to CC the chambers with, some Vaseline just to seal off the little plate, and we'll get the kit opened up and I'll show you what's all in it. This guy open. Alright, now get this guy opened up and we are good. So I went with the cheaper kit from Summit Racing. I'm only going to be doing this, probably max like one time a year if I end up pulling heads and changing up the setup, or if I help someone out. So I ordered this one for 30 bucks from Summit, but it will measure up to 100 cc's, so we are good there. And then I have the little cover to put over the chamber, and then there's a fill hole here. I'll take all this wrapping off in a sec. And then I guess this just clips over the top to help with your measurement. But we'll get all this set up and we'll get going on it. Alright, wait. We got Summit Racing coming in clutch, always giving me the free horsepower. So we got about 200 horsepower here, so that's nice. Always nice to get free horsepower. No, all jokes aside, we're going to get going. Alright guys, so when you do this, you need to put your spark plug in and at the right depth when you're finding your volume. And so I'll probably do these two inner chambers, so go ahead and get that guy in. And then we'll get everything set up. Probably put food coloring into this alcohol so you can kind of see it better when we're filling it up. That way we know when it's full. So this is my first time ever CCing a head, so I'm not going to act like I really know what I'm doing, but yet I kind of do from watching other people. So here's the setup, just a little plexiglass screen, and then it has a little fill hole right there. And then so I'm going to kind of seal that off with some Vaseline. They didn't have like any lithium grease or anything. And then here's the little 100 milliliter glass tube. It's been a long time since I was in science class. I don't even remember what that's called. Graduated cylinder, something like that. I don't know. But spark plugs are in. We're going to start with this one. I'm going to lay down some of that jelly and get it kind of sealed up around the edge, and then we'll start adding. And this isn't like the glass tall burettes where it starts at 0 and then whatever you just place is your cc's. This one starts at 100, so I'm just going to have to see how much I took out. So I'm guessing it's going to be around 61 to 63 cc's, kind of in that range. Alright, this is attempt number 1. I have Dad doing it. He's got steady hands, so we might have to try a couple times because it's probably going to spill, but here we go. Alright guys, so we finally got it full. It's kind of tough without the tall glass burette one. There's like one air bubble back there and that's it. But for this first one, that puts us, it's kind of hard for you to see, right around 37 is what it looks like. So, take calculator here real quick. 100 minus 37. That gives us about 63 cc's, so I was really close. So I'm going to do 3 more and average these out, and that's kind of what I'm going to go by. So kind of wish I had the other one, but for me, just using this a couple of times, this works just fine. You just got to control your accuracy. Before we move on, I actually had this little kind of dropper thing. This is for medicine, but I was actually able to suck it all back out, and we are just barely above 100, so it's really accurate, I guess you could say. Some of the alcohol is just stuck on this plexiglass thing, so I'm kind of going to call that, and whatever's left in the combustion chamber, my error. But so basically you control it, so it's not bad for just doing it a couple of times. So I would go with this cheaper kit, $30 versus over 100 for the nicer kits. But we're gonna do 3 more and get an average. All right, got another one done. Take a look. Put the white behind it so you can see it's sitting right in between 35 and 36. So we'll do 35 and a half. And I felt like this one was a whole lot more accurate. So we'll go 100 minus 35.5. So 64.5. So just a little bit off. So 1.5. And you got to think about that these were done by hand. So, you know, the error could be on my side in measuring them, or just in, you know, him taking out material off the sides. So we got the second one. I'll take a screenshot of that, and I'll do 2 more from the other head. Here goes cylinder head number 2. So I'll get the plugs in, and then I'll show you guys the measurements on these 2. Third one is done, and scooted this closer to the end so you can see we are right in between 36 and 37. Looks more like 37. So what's that give us? 63. So that's 2 measuring out to 63. So I'm really impressed with the work Craig done on them. So, you know, everything he took out, it's pretty accurate with a hand tool. And so I didn't really say it at the beginning, but any of you guys, I might insert it too at the beginning of the video, but any of you guys that don't follow the channel, these are a 243 head, so LS2, LS6 head. And before I put them on my old setup, which was a 5.3, now going on a 6.0, they were milled .030, and then a guy that tunes my truck hand ported them and took some out of the chambers to get the CCs back up a little. It was going to be pretty high compression, and I want to run 91 because that's as high as we got in my area. So did some chamber work too, and that's why I'm measuring. I'm trying to get my static compression just right at 11:1 or a little bit below it. Maybe I might shoot for 10:5:1 because this is going to be a boost motor here pretty quick. Alright guys, the last one is done, and I've noticed looking back in the footage that it looks like I'm not filling it all the way, but it is. It's just because it's kind of shallow there, and so with it, you know, being freshly machined metal, it looks pretty shiny, but I can promise you that it is full all the way back there. So this time, it's the final one. It's right at 37, so again, 63 cc's, and it looks like that's pretty spot on. I might have messed up. I think it was the second time, but I think that's what we're gonna go with. Average it up real quick. Alright, so we had 3 63s, and then that 64.5 divided by 4. So yeah, we're gonna go with like right around 63. And that's what we're going to use to calculate our compression ratio. So I hope you guys found this helpful. If you're watching this video, you know, just to learn kind of how to CC heads, or if you're a subscriber and you're kind of seeing where I'm putting my static compression at. But I thought this kit was pretty good overall for like one-time use or just every once in a while. This is $30 from Summit Racing, if you can see. But it came with this and then also the plexiglass little cover. I bought some Vaseline, like I said, some alcohol, put some blue food coloring in it. But I thought it worked pretty well for what it is. But we're going to go out into the garage and see the 6.0 real quick. Alright guys, here's the 6 liter all covered up. If you're new here, just go ahead. It makes it easier if you go watch some of the older videos. Have some good videos on the channel. Specifically, if you want to know what's done to this, go check out the video where I picked it up. So it's just forged pistons and rods, and you can see kind of what all we went with. But the next video, we're going to be able to get the gaskets in, get the heads bolted down, lifters in, whatnot. Pretty excited. We're moving forward now. I miss the truck so much, so hope you guys enjoy. I'm super excited. In between school and work, I'm going to get this done because it means so much to me. But we're getting closer. Just got a few more things to get done to it, and we're ready to put it in. So I'll be kind of finishing up a couple things that I got to get done, and then also putting the motor together. So we're getting close, guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe down below. As always, guys, have a blessed day.